watching this video, you have created your design in Photoshop, saved it as a Photoshop file, you've exported both artboards as pings, and you have gone into Illustrator and added the type that you need to be able to show the artist's name as well as the album title. And the Illustrator file was also saved as Illustrator and exported as a ping. So you should have lots of pings to be able to put into a mockup. You get to decide right now which mockup you love the most, and in this assignment you'll be able to click on the link to download that mockup. So I'm going to choose mockup 2 for mine, and I'm going to download it. If it shows you any type of message like this, just go ahead and keep downloading. Download anyway, they're safe files for you. And it might take a few minutes to open or download, only because there are layers that have been created for you in these mockups. Someone has gone in and done all the hard work to set this up so that you can just come in and clip mask your design right into the album. So we're going to go ahead and open that up. And the process is the same for either mockup. So it doesn't matter if you've chosen this one or you've chosen number 1, you're going to be doing the same thing. So there's a lot of things going on. We have our background, which is BG, and up at the top you'll notice that we also have these highlighted layers. These are the layers that you're going to be working on. So we're going to be able to change the color of our background, and we're also going to be able to add the artwork. So let's start with the album cover. The first thing I would do is definitely open up those pings. So I'm going to go to File, Open, and I'm going to find the one that has the type on it. And then I also need to open up my record art, which is down farther. Notice that they say .png. They have to be pings. Okay, so those are open. Let's go ahead and you don't have to open these. You could do File, Open, but I'm just going to have them sitting there. All right. For my album cover art, I'm going to double click on it. I'm going to then take my final cover, and I'm going to pick it up, bring it over, and place it on top. You can go ahead and transform it and make it bigger so that it fits. Move it around. Don't let any of your type go off the edge. That's going to cause a big problem later. Okay, and then all you have to simply do is Command S. Let's go back to our mockup, and it has now gone right into the design. This is the point where I would go back and edit and make sure that nothing got cut off. If you have a situation like I do, go back here, go ahead and transform it again until you make sure that none of the type is getting cut off. That's really important. Okay, Command S again. Give it a second to do its thing. And then go back and double check. So I was able to go back and change and edit my error, making sure that my type didn't go off to the edge. Now let's work on the record art. We're going to do the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and double click. I'm going to open up my record art, and I'm going to carry it over, place it on top. I'm going to transform it a little bit so it's not so big, to fit more of the artboard. It can go off the edges, but it can't go inside of the edges. So make sure that it covers the entire space. Click Return, and now Command S. That is automatically going to get saved now to your mockup. And now you have an official album cover project. The one thing I don't want to do though is I don't want to use gray. I want to use that color that I like so much from my album. So I'm going to double click on this one, and under my color, I'm just going to simply pick a new color. You can also go over to your library, open up your colors, grab that eyedropper again. And what I like to do is I actually like to get the code. So I double clicked on the color down here, Command C for the color code. And then let's go back and double click on this again and paste that code in there. So I'm doing Command V, and now it's that exact color. Okay, Command S. And then go back to your art. I'm going to close this. And I'm just going to try to simply find my file. Alright. If you wanted to go back and change the color even more, you could come back here again and change it. And do Command S. Command S is basically saving it, and it's going right into the mockup. I don't even like that color. I'm going to come back in here. I'm going to keep changing it until I like it. I like the purple. It goes with the flowers. Command S again. And then go back to my mockup. That's the color I'm looking for. So for your final record album cover mockup, you need to have a background that is cohesive. You need to have a design that is cohesive, both on the album cover as well as the record. They need to be similar design styles. So if you did a photo composite here, you should plan on doing some type of photo composite or photo design on the record art, and this will be your finished piece to the puzzle. You are going to save this as a PSD so that you always have your working file, and then you're going to export it as a PNG file and turn it in on Canvas.